Our reading this morning with Jesus shows him in the final days of his life and in Jerusalem, and that was his destiny. It's Mission Alive, coming from the MSC Mission Office, and I'm Roger. At this stage of the year with our readings, the church reminds us of the end times, reminds us to look at our life and examine our life to see how we're going and what we need to correct. We'll speak a bit more of that maybe later on. I remember when I was young, I had in my mind to be a priest. And the inspiration for a lot of that were the diocesan priests in the Ballarat diocese, many of them who were very fine men. Even the old Irishman, who was a bit irascible. He was a good man and a good priest, and he was always very friendly. But somehow ended up as a missionary of the Sacred Heart. What was my destiny? The thing that turned me from considering the diocesan priests was some pamphlets and materials that came from our then vocations director here at Kensington, talking about the missionaries of the Sacred Heart. That's what fired my imagination, and the rest is history. Some things can turn on an incident like that. Something can change the direction of our life. I talked to a man recently who would be, about my age, who many years ago joined the MSCs and was professed and was sent to Japan for a year. That was a very difficult place for a young man still in formation to go. Somehow, as a result of that, he left. And that set him on another direction, and he's done very well in his life. But it changed the direction of his life. So decisions people make, or the decisions we make ourselves, can change the direction of our life. Some of the people we meet can change the direction of life. And so you just say, is that my destiny, or I wish that hadn't happened, or I wished something. In our destiny as such, it's what God wants of us. And circumstances can change that. And God makes the most of whatever decisions are made, whatever direction is taken. That man I spoke to recently who left us, in different circumstances, he may have stayed, or he may have kept making a decision to stay, and he could have done great work as a missionary of the Sacred Heart somewhere. But we can reflect in our lives what it is that God wants us to do, and what has put us in a different direction. A lot of you probably married people. If you met your present husband or wife or partner, you could say, that changed my life when that person came into my life. And this is a bit of a mystery of how God works in our life, how God maybe steers us in this direction or that direction, or how God makes the most of other things that happen in our life. And you got to wonder too, people now suffering from floods, have suffered before from fires and droughts, and this will go on. It can be life-changing. Maybe physically, economically, socially, we get over these things, but it leaves a mark on us. Perhaps changes our lives. And that's life, really, that's life. And whatever happens to us, if we have faith and say, well, this is the direction that God is taking me, and make the most of it, you can be sure that God will be with us, the Lord will be with us and continue to be with us. So that's what our faith is about, so that we get through the difficult times and that we enjoy the good times. And this is part of our mission, to live in the world as it is given to us, and to live our lives as it is given to us. And also to make the most of it and help others to make the most of their lives. This is our mission, and I'm glad that we are all on it together. So as we continue through towards the weekend, let us think of that.